So what we're going to be going over today is I want to talk about how you can get more matches right now. And I'm going to give you some very general advice. It's not very specific into exactly what to put in your profile that's going to get you more matches, or the exact kind of pictures that are going to get you more matches. I actually did a video on that. You can find that on my channel, all about how to set up your dating profile and the such. But what I want to be going over is a formula that 2/3 of it is obvious, 1/3 not so obvious. I actually talked about this on my Instagram today. I did a little 60-second video teaching guys this, and I thought, you know what, I gotta be sharing this with you here on YouTube. Okay, be rich. No, that's not gonna get you more matches. Women don't know necessarily if you're rich. Yes, they might see you with a Lamborghini, etc., but they don't really know. You could be faking it. But no, that's not it either. It's going to be pretty obvious advice, but it's common sense, but it's not common practice. You ever hear that before? Common sense, but not common practice. No, it's not get ripped. Again, I want to be very clear here. This is not specific to something in your profile or your pictures or your bio. That's not it. Okay, that's not it. You're right. Online dating, by the way, is mostly looks. So you better have really good pictures, because that's the only reason why women are usually swiping. Your bio is not as important as your pictures. So all you can do is put up the best pictures you can, but that's still not it. So you want to know what it is? Here it is. And this is something you need to be doing. So yes, right? What is online dating? Okay? It is, someone just said it. Okay, it is your profile, your bio, and the amount that you are swiping. So let's imagine that you go through and you spend about 5 minutes a day swiping. Well, that's not going through that many people. Okay, so you need to do high volume. So that means that you need to be swiping for 60 minutes to 90 minutes per day. I know that sounds crazy. I know people are going to be like, Tripp, that's ridiculous. That sounds like a lot. Every day I have to do that. But here's the thing. If you're not already seeing a lot of results, and I bet you the guys who are seeing a lot of results, most guys who are seeing a lot of results, they're probably doing a lot of swiping and messaging. I want to be very clear here, by the way. This is not just doing this on one app or one site. What I've been telling my clients, and I'm telling you this, is that you need to get on a mixture of 5 different websites and apps. So like 3 to 4 apps and 1 to 2 dating sites where you're swiping and you're messaging. Okay, you're swiping and you're messaging. That is what you need to be doing. So do that for a total of 60 minutes. And by the way, batch this. Don't be like, oh, I just did it for 2 minutes and later on you do it for 10 minutes. Like, just sit down 1 hour out of the day, grab yourself your favorite beverage, put on some music, relax, and for 60 minutes, sit there. Everyone has that time. Now, if you don't have that time, that's probably a lie. You definitely do, and especially you do if it's a priority to you. If it's not a priority to you, then you're not going to do it. Someone said it's a waste of time. Here's the thing. What's your better option? If you're not getting matches, this is your option. Diversifying, okay? So diversifying and being on multiple websites and multiple apps. So you're diversifying and you're doing a lot of swiping and messaging. You need to play the high volume game. And I'll tell you why also. By the way, if that gets you even a few matches, great. If it gets you a lot of matches and you have so many matches you don't even know what to do with yourself after doing it for 60 minutes, that's great too, because you need to be filtering anyways for women who are going to have low interest and high interest, and the girls who are on OnlyFans and are just swiping and matching you because they want to get you to pay for something. Like, there's a lot of women that you need to go through to filter through and figure out who's going to be one that is interested in you and that you are interested in them. Someone said, do it while watching a TV. Yeah, I mean, listen, don't be too not paying attention. Like, be somewhat focused here. But either way, 60 to 90 minutes per day, and you're going to get a lot of matches. Again, if you're doing fine right now by 30 minutes a day, maybe, I don't know, your profile is amazing, whatever it is, great. This is more for people who aren't getting results. But I have to say, even the guys who are getting results right now, I still urge you to do it because of the fact that you're not going to like every woman, and not every woman, and every woman is not going to like you. So you need to filter through that. And also you got to have your 3 non-negotiables down, the 3 things you're looking for in a woman. And that is going to be another filter. So all these filters need to be put in place. And because there's such a heavy filtration system, you need to play the odds, and you need to have a lot of matches, a lot of women that you're swiping and messaging. It's the same thing with approaching. You're going to have to go through a series of a lot of approaching when you're doing approaching, like a cold approach, like meeting a woman in person. You'll have to go through a lot to eventually get one who has interest in you, and one that you have interest in, and who passes your tests. Okay. And yes, we had a little bit. Someone said they're doing it while watching this. Well, I wouldn't do that. I'd pay attention to this. Okay. You want to have deliberate practice in everything you're doing. It's just a good habit to create, is to have focus, like pure focus on everything you're doing. Could you imagine right now if I was checking my phone and I was messing around on that while I was doing this for you, right? Wouldn't be as good. So, Tripp advice, you're tucking knees while cuddling has changed my life. You've watched the cuddling video. That's great. So that's what I have to say, okay? Now, listen, I'm not going to go into details about pictures and messages and bio. I already have that, and great questions. I want you to seek that information on my channel. There is a video I did that came out. It was a live video. I did 2 live videos, one all about messaging, so copy and paste Tinder openers. Watch that. You're going to get a lot of good stuff in there. If you have my program Hooked, by the way, then you have, there's a program called Hooked Online, and you get that as an option after you purchase Hooked. So Hooked Online teaches you all the stuff too. And then if you want to just learn more about your bio and your pictures, there's a video on my channel. It's like, I don't want to say it because I know that YouTube hates when I say these words. So I'm doing everything not to say the word. But I talked about the situation on a live about the Q word. We'll just say it. Quarantine. Okay. We'll just say it. There's a video I did called How to Attract Women During That Time. It's a live. Watch that. It's literally purely 60 minutes of this is exactly what you do with online dating. But one thing I didn't really mention in there, which is what I want to mention today, is that you need to be getting high volume. It has to happen. You need to have high volume. If you guys have questions, I'm taking live questions here today. So I want you to click on the link in the description, and that's going to get you to be on a live chat with me if you want to do live questions here. You can call in. So if you want to call in, go to the link in the description and we can do it. Danny, that's not a question. You're assuming something, and so you want me to answer based on your assumption and your reality. I can't answer questions with your map. It's like you have a map of Paris and you're asking me, dude, how do I get from A to B here in Paris? And I don't have that map. I have the map of the United States. So you and I are living in different realities. Okay. Yes, that's right, Adam. In order to get the good, you have to go through the bad and the ugly. If you want to ask questions here live, go to the link in the description and you can call in. Any advice for finding women without using the internet, or is your advice strictly for internet usage? No, it's funny. No, that's not. My advice is mainly for meeting women in person. I'd say about 99% of my advice is for meeting women in person. If you go through all my videos and my podcasts and all of that. But just recently, I'm talking a little bit more about online dating because of the fact that that's what everyone's doing right now. So El Diablo, thank you for the super chat. And yeah, so without using the internet, Well, right now we can't, but my whole channel has that, and there's a lot of advice. I mean, it's I'll just say it's similar to this. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you have high volume and you're talking to a lot of women in person. Okay. Danny, how do I get a good looking girl, bro? Same thing. You're going to have to approach a lot of women. You're going to have to put yourself in front of a lot of women, and you're going to have high volume online. By the way, this isn't, if I heard this coming in here being a newbie, I would say that sounds desperate. So I want to be very clear here. This isn't the desperate game that we're playing. We're playing the reality game. Okay, we're playing the reality game. And the reality is that no matter what, you always have to have high volume to find someone that you really like and that really likes you. It's the reality, it's the numbers game. That's how it goes. So you're going to have to go through a lot. Now, online has its pros and its cons, right? Has its pros and its cons. Pros being that it's easy. You can just sit home and swipe, and you don't have to go out and take a lot of time to meet women. That's my quick pro for it. The con is it's so heavily superficial that you do need to do a lot of work with, well, of course, but you have to do work anyways. You got to do a lot of work with your profile and your bio and things like that. And then, of course, the cons of going out and approaching women is it takes a lot of time. It's hard. It's challenging to go out and talk to a lot of women. But the pros for meeting women in person, it's pretty awesome that you actually get more of a chance because you have time to have her experience you, and it's the sub-communications and behavior that are more attractive to a woman than the looks, right? Looks do matter and they count, but they don't hold as heavy as a weight as the way you behave. So it's a lot. That's a pro where you can, where they might not find you attractive on an app, being in person and them experiencing you in person, you have a easier time with building attraction. Oh, a digital speed dating event. Interesting. If you guys have questions, come on down. Get in here live. I'll put the link. The link is in the description. I'll put it here. People say I'm good looking, but I struggle to get interest from any chick above a 4 out of 10. I wonder how many women that you're attracted to lead that you're actually speaking to. I wonder. A lot of guys have said that to me, and they're not putting themselves out there enough. So, what other questions you guys have? You can ask me here. This is good. Good questions so far. I'm on month 2 right now on Match and cannot wait to delete it. Get on other ones. So again, the advice tonight was get on 5 different apps. Okay, 5 different apps and sites, right? So a mixture of 5, and then high volume, and of course, optimize profile, optimize bio. Thanks, Chatty. Any thoughts on that? On digital speed dating? No thoughts. Great. Another opportunity. I mean, these are my thoughts. Another opportunity to meet women. Do it. Yeah, do it. Last time we had a lot of people. We had a whole waiting room of people trying to get on and answer questions. So, curious. To answer. Would you say that online dating is becoming more of a trend compared to non-online dating? It's not more of a trend. It's just more popular because this is what people are doing. It's also become more popular anyway because it has less of a stigma over the years. How long should you date a woman before you pull back though to test her interest of you? You don't need to test her interest. That's not something you need to do, Lee. Um, you just don't want to. Oh, you never have to pull back. You should always be a little bit pulled back because you're a busy human being going on about your life. The truth is, getting a lot of matches or getting women to meet up. Um, I tried 5+ online dating sites. Try doing the 60 minutes, 60 to 90 minutes a day. Yeah, Kevin, you're on only Bumble and Hinge. Go on Tinder. Go on the League. The League. Go on. What else is popular right now, guys? Hinge, Tinder, the League. OK Cupid, Match. Go on those. Yes, my advice does apply to older men in their 40s. Should you give a woman the idea of how much money you make? No. Or fake it? No. What is your thoughts on money and women? Never show it off. Never show it off. They know right away. Whenever you're trying to show it off, like on a first date, like you try to pick her up in your nice car, they know. And guess what that does? That doesn't make her more attracted to you. I mean, maybe like a little bit because she knows it, but it shows insecurity because you're trying to show your money. So it actually has the reverse effect and it screws it up. So do not do that. Plenty of fish. That's another one. Yeah, it might be the same people on those sites, but you still have a greater chance of diversity if you go to different apps and different sites. Um, yes, if you do call in, you will be on camera, but lots of people have done that. If you guys want any help with making your profile and pictures more appealing, I suggest you go on over to a video I did called How to Meet a Woman During Quarantine. Go watch that video. It'd be better now if you watch that video instead of me giving you some quick tips. Like get it all down. Get it all down. I give it to you the full hour. I get into that. If a girl loses interest, there's no real way of getting her back because she's already lost interest and you can't convince a girl to like you. So that's not something you want to do. You want to move on. You can convince her to like you. Your best option is to move on anyways. That will get her more interested in you anyways because she's like, where did that guy go? Where did that guy go? Why isn't he around anymore? Probably not the best idea to meet women right now in person. That's all I'll say about that. Every state's different. I really am not eligible to give that advice, but if I had to say anything, probably not. So, great question, guys. Keep hitting me with them. Keep hitting me with them. And also, yeah, you can call in live. We can get your questions answered right here. What is Facebook? What is FB? What does that mean? Facebook? My Facebook is Tripp Advice. If that's what you're asking. So yeah, for anyone who's just coming here for the first time, again, the answer is high volume, mixture of 5 different apps and sites, 60 to 90 minutes per day. You're going to thank me. Watch, do it. Do it. Do it for 1 week. See what happens. But you got to make sure that you're optimizing your profile and your bio so that it's going to get you more chances of doing it correctly. So you have to optimize those. Timmer, wow, good question. Is the lack of confidence something I should resolve before trying to date, or is it something that will resolve itself through the dating process? A little bit of both. A little bit of both. So it is something you should try to resolve now, but it also will be something that will resolve it through the dating process, because you're going to start getting better at meeting women and going through the dating process. And so naturally, you'll become more confident as you date more and learn this skill. However, here's the deal. In order to build confidence, it's all about competence. You need to be competent in something. So a great way to build confidence in yourself is working on a goal or something that you want to achieve. Nathaniel Branden talks about this in the 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem. A great way to build self-esteem, aka confidence, is building some sort of skill in accomplishing something that makes you feel a lot better about yourself. But you'll also start seeing that as you get better at dating itself. Dating feels so much harder for men because you're a man. There's a lot of women who are having a hard time too. You see, dating, this is a great topic here, guys. Here's the deal. Meeting men, so men meeting women and women meeting men. It is clearly easier for women to meet men than it is for men to meet women. Okay? Just how it's structured is men are the ones that do the approaching, that start the conversation, etc. So that's how it's set up in society right now. Okay? So meeting women, harder for men, for sure. More challenging, more to work on. For women, they have different challenges. Their challenge is, how do I have sex with him without looking like a slut? How do I make sure he's not only interested in sex? How do I keep him around? How do I keep him in a relationship? So we each have our own challenges. It just feels like it's harder for men because you're only looking at dating as a whole. You're looking at one slice of the pie. You're only looking at the meeting aspect. So that's why it feels that way. Thank you for the super chat. Can you call in without being on video? No, you have to be on video. We have to see you and hear you. That's the whole point. So do it. Call in. Don't be scared. The link is in the description if you want to call in and ask me a question. Thoughts on Darius M? Yeah, I mean, listen. My thoughts are, I like what he has to say. That's the reason why I had him on. You know, that's I resonate with a lot of the things he talks about. Jonathan, what's up? I take the time to look at a woman's profile and do my best to comment something about it, even try to sound witty. My messages either go unnoticed or just read. What am I doing wrong? Assad, you might want to check out the video that I did recently called Tinder, copy and paste Tinder messages. It was a live I did with a guy. Really valuable information. Good openers that you can use to send to women. And also get the volume going. What's up, Pat? How you doing, man?
Good, you?
Hold on, I can't hear you.
Oh. How about now? Yeah, I can hear you.
Hold on one second, buddy. Output, MacBook speakers. You there?
Yeah.
All right. I can hear you. Pat, what's your age and where are you calling from?
I'm 23 from Ottawa, Canada.
From Canada. Nice, man. What's your question?
So, I work with this girl, and we have like this, we just started talking about like 2 weeks ago, I would say. But
Yeah.
like, we've been working together for like a year now. And we have like this banter and whatever. And I'm not sure if she's interested in a relationship or not.
So what's your question? You want to find out how to find out if she's interested?
Yeah, to like how to go about this.
Well, here's the thing. I'm really against meeting women at work. It's a
Right.
really bad idea. It's the risks don't really equate to the reward. Okay? There's more risk involved. So, first of all, there's sexual harassment risks, anything there. Who knows what's going on? That's always a possibility.
Yeah.
I understand that might be more on the extreme end, but we can't forget that, right? This is your work. This is like the most important thing, right? Is your work and your career. And also, it probably won't work out, right? Just in general, statistically speaking, most relationships don't work out, right? So with
Okay.
that
Yeah.
statistic, if the chances are that it's not going to work out with this girl, and then you got to go back to work and see her, now your life is going to be miserable.
I mean,
You're,
it's not my permanent job. This is just like temporary.
you know
Like
what? I'll tell you
before I
what.
get my real job.
When you get your real job, by all means, get her number, ask her out. In the meantime, focus on other women. But
Right. Right.
that's when you should go for it. Do it when you don't work with her anymore. It's going to be much better for you. Focus on women where the risk isn't so high. Okay.
Okay.
Cool, man.
Cool.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah, I appreciate the help.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
We broke the seal. Who else wants to call in? What's up, Sean? Yes, we have many people from Canada. Tripp, something that happens a lot in my Tinder. In my case, is the hot girl don't use Tinder that much and want people to DM them on social media, or we match text a little bit and they disappear. Yeah, I think these are women who are seeking followers on their Instagram. Again, that's why you want high volume, because you got to sift through all the bullshit. Okay, a lot of bullshit online. Women trying to get followers or trying to get you to pay for stuff, and the bots and all that stuff. So, you're wrong. There are hot girls online. You're just not attracting them. And that might be for the reason you're not putting in the right effort. They're there. Okay. They're there. El Diablo, I appreciate your super chats today, man. Pat did it. El Diablo, call in, bro. Call in. Don't be scared. All right. For how long should I talk to a person online? Of course you should. Okay. Black North, great question. Right now, what I've been telling my clients, yes, the call is free. You don't know, this is completely free. This is, you don't have to pay to come and talk to me. Obviously, if the recent events were not happening, you talk online, get their number, meet up as soon as possible. That's what you do. Right now, I would recommend getting on, you have two options. One, stop online dating altogether and just wait until people can meet up. Or two, I say you can do once a week a call with them or a video chat with them for like 30 minutes just to kind of keep in touch with them. So then when you guys can actually meet in person, you have that opportunity. So that's what I would do. What's the latest you can send a message? Like, you mean like message a girl? Like, what's the latest you can do it? Just do it whenever you want. Good question, Kevin. Do you recommend contacting women on their Instagram if it's on their dating profile or no? Absolutely not. Most likely they're putting their Instagram on there because they want to follow her. And also, I've tested this, and I'm not saying this is the ultimate. Like, I tested it, so this is the deal. But I tested it. I was not successful at getting any women to respond to me from Instagram. From going like, hey, I saw you on this app. Da, 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 da. Like, it's so low conversion. I just wouldn't bother. And guess what? I have a hunch that a lot of guys are doing that. So, and it's going right to their spam, their junk folder in Instagram. So, cool. El Diablo sounds good. You're welcome, Josie. This is my number one question I get from guys. My number one question. I recommend that if you want to learn this, you go check out some videos on my channel. I got at least a dozen. If you guys want to call in live, I just put the link there. You can also go to the description down below to call in and be here live and ask your question. So there's a few things you can talk about. One thing that can help with conversation, I actually have this thing called Chick Crack. It's free. If you go to trippadvice.com/chick-crack, trippadvice.com/chick-crack, you will get a free video teaching you the conversation topics that women love. But you can talk about anything that's interesting to you. That is what's going to be better, instead of trying to find things that she wants to talk about. Talk about the things that you want to talk about. However, if you want to hack into it, you can use some of those from Chick Crack. So, not a lot of live calls this week. Usually there's a bunch. I'm willing to talk to you and answer your question. Link in the description if you want to call in and get on here live with me. Click on that link, get on with me. I'll answer your question. Yes, it is 100% free. This is free. Now, if you want coaching with me, you can go to TripAdvice or coachedbytrip.com, and we do coaching. There is an investment for that. You and I work one-on-one together, and we do coaching. So check it out. Coachedbytrip.com. Why would they swipe right on you if you're not attractive? There are literally thousands of attractive guys they'd rather meet up with. Not hating on you, just making a solid point. I'm confused by the question. Why would they swipe right on you if you're not attractive? Huh? Good, man. Glad you got that. Glad you got that. I talk a little bit about online dating in there and meeting women in person and giving you all my best techniques and concepts in there. I'm glad that helped you. Yeah, here, I'll link the coaching right now. I know that some guys are interested in getting more help. Call in, fellas. Let's hear from you. What do you think about Tinder making Passport a free feature? I don't know what that means. How to effectively date women of a different race and or religion. You don't want to be dating women that are completely different religions than you if you don't have the capacity to accept their beliefs. Okay? So be very careful here. Different race, it's all the same. But with a religion, it's different. You want to be very careful. If you are of a certain religion or maybe of none, and you meet someone else who is of another religion, will you be able to accept the fact that they believe different things than you and have different values? Religion is about values. So if you have drastically different values from a person, whether it's based on religion or somewhere else, you don't have a very high chance of success. Here's the deal: is that attraction is subjective. What's attractive to one woman might be not attractive to the next. So if she's swiping right on you, there's some interest, or she's a bot, or it's bullshit, or she's interested in you. Why she might not be responding after you guys have matched? Well, maybe she's talking to another guy and another guy and another guy. So there's just a lot of guys that she could be talking to. It's a numbers game for everybody. The book definitely clears it up. I know. I'm glad it's helped, man. I would say yes, probably, Kevin. You have to have things going on in your life. If you don't do anything, it's not that interesting. And so that's not interesting in general to women. It's not just about online dating. It's in general. You want to have hobbies. You want to have a life. More importantly, you want that stuff so you can have an interesting life. The big idea here, guys, is you should have an interesting life that you love, and it shouldn't be just focused on women or meeting women. It should be also focused on your career, your hobbies, your friends, all of those good things. You need to be working on that stuff, and that's going to be for you to have a fun and interesting life for you, and also is going to prevent you from being too needy with women. You can get the magnetic book at trippadvice.com/book. Who's gonna call in next, guys? Who's calling in next? Wow, this dude is a Chad. Who's a Chad? What's a Chad? Yes, Aaron, I do. I will. Yes, I do specifically help with your profile if you need specific help. That's where coaching comes in. Any advice on sending a girl from another country or state? What do you mean sending? Sending a message? Yeah, don't do it. You shouldn't be going after women that are more than 20 miles away from you. Yes, you can be affectionate without being needy. Affectionate they're different. Needy is when you're trying to get her attention all the time. Affectionate is something that you're doing in the moment that you're with her. Nice. Chapter 3. That's a good one. I believe that's conversation, where I talk about how to hold conversation.
Hi.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I'm from the UK, and basically I've got an issue here. I'm on Tinder, I'm on Bumble, and I'm on Happen, right?
Well, hold on. You're coming in hot. You're coming in hot. You're excited.
I'm nervous, man.
It's okay. It's okay. Slow down. So how old are you?
24.
24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24. 24 24
from London.
from London. You're calling what
From
time is it
London,
over there,
UK.
bro? Was it 3
Yeah.
a.m.?
It's about half two in the morning, like nearly half two.
And you got a lot of energy for
Yeah.
this time. Yeah, you sure do. Okay, so what's your question?
I'm just stressed. Like I'm just stressed out because of the corona disease and stuff. I thought people would be online because like I've come out of a 4-year relationship like last year and I'm trying to move on from my ex-girlfriend and I've been swiping every day and I'm not getting any matches and all I keep getting is bots and fake people and just spam and it's just pissing me off, stressing
Are
me out.
you on? Okay,
And then on top of it,
you got to follow the advice that I gave earlier. So you got to get on 5 different apps
yeah,
and sites.
I am. No,
Okay. Okay.
Tripp, yeah, I'm on 3 at the minute. I'm on Bumble, Hinge and Tinder.
Go on
3 of
5.
them.
Add 2 more. Add 2 more.
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Add 2 more and swipe for 60 to 90 minutes and message
Oh, like
per day.
trust me. I swipe all day long. I swipe most of the day because I've got nothing to do because of the corona.
You should be
And I'm
messaging
getting no
also.
matches. I mean,
you should be messaging also. And if that's not working, it might be a profile problem.
by the way, I was going to talk about that. I'm a student photographer, so I've got a lot of good pictures on my profile, but it seems like it's still not working. That's the problem. So, is there a way that I can send you my profile to have a look?
We can't. I mean, unless you can somehow get it on the screen right here. But we can't.
I
I
can't. Maybe next time. Yeah.
If that's not working for you, then online dating is just not going to work for you. But I mean, I'm still.
I mean, it's worked.
I'm still. I don't know. I feel.
I mean,
maybe you're not actually like. I really wonder if your profile is very optimized. You're following.
I'm telling you, I've got the best.
For 60
I've got
minutes
the
a day.
best pictures, man. I've got the best pictures because obviously I'm a student photographer, so I've got a lot of good images, and I think I stand out more than other guys. But like so far, it's like I mean, like no offense to women, but I keep getting like very overweight women, like unattractive women, and like the ones that I do get that are attractive, like I mean, the ones that are attractive are like bots and fake people. So it just stresses me out because it's like I keep thinking to myself like, why am I just wasting time when I keep getting unattractive people, and it's just stressing me out, man.
Then, listen, man, if it's not working for you, then it's not going to work for you. If you're following all
I know,
those
but
rules,
what I'm just trying to
it's
say
not
is
working
like,
for you, then you should just focus on right now not doing online dating. Focus on yourself and meet women when you can go back.
That's what I'm trying to do, but that's what I'm trying to do. But the thing is, I met my ex online
if you're following all
5
the
years
rules,
ago.
that's not working. I'm sorry, man.
I mean, that's how I met my ex-girlfriend. I met her on Zeus. Like, it's like a really bad dating site now. It's going down. I said that's how I met my ex-girlfriend 5 years ago on a site called Zeus. But now it's absolutely shit. There's no point on that site. So I don't know what to do because I'm trying all of the dating sites, but it's just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
I would try doing online dating sites. So instead of swiping, I would try going on Match or OkCupid, and I would start sending messages. I don't know if it froze for you guys, but he froze for me. I bet you that's one thing he's not trying. I bet you he's just swiping all day. I can almost guarantee it. So maybe we found the hole. William, that's funny. Can you guys hear him anymore? He's frozen. I'm going to have to remove him. Okay, so good lesson here, guys. I guarantee you he's just doing the apps and swiping. There's more to online dating than that. And I also really I bet his profile is not 100% optimized. But also, you got to make sure you're doing some messaging too and not just swiping. Can you guys hear me okay? Becky, you said like you can't hear me. Am I that soft? I'm like screaming into this microphone. I wonder if something's turned down. Justin, I see that you're here, but your devices are not connected. Yeah. My voice is much softer than my callers. See if I can fix that real quick. Test 1, 2. Yeah, it is pretty soft, isn't it? I'm going to try to turn something up real quick. If you guys be gone in literally just 10 seconds, call in. Okay. I just turned it up a little bit. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Let me know if I'm a little bit louder. That's it, guys. That's it. I don't have any ability to turn them down, but I want to make sure the audio is working. What are the questions do you guys have? What are the questions? No, Trap, that's not true. See, we're living in such a different world now. No, you don't. There are websites like Match and OkCupid. These are not the apps. I know that the sites also have apps. Like if you go to Match and OkCupid, there's an app option, but there are sites where you can search women and then you can message them. You can message them. Justin, I know Justin Dong is trying to get in. It's your devices are not connected. I can't let you in unless you all your mic and your camera work and everything, you know? You want to know how much I weigh? What an odd question, Monkey Man. Why does that matter? Yeah, exactly. And Match and eHarmony and JDate and a fair amount of sites. It's almost funny. I feel like guys don't even know about this anymore. There are dating sites that you can use that are not swiping that might give you a much better shot at meeting women. Yes, they're still getting bombarded with messages, but you can message without having to match with them. Is anyone else's mind being blown right now? Yeah. So, yeah. Dill Mill lets you message that. What's Dill Mill? Does anyone else want to come on and chat with me? Who else has a question? 2 people were brave enough. The link is in the description if you want to come on. Oh, no, it's okay. I'm not offended by the weight question. But it doesn't really show social calibration, so you better be careful with that. What are sites I can use that do not require money? OkCupid, Plenty of Fish. El Diablo, once again with the super chat. What a baller. What is the least popular dating apps versus the most popular dating apps? I'm confused by the question. Are you asking me specifically or like what the difference between one and what one is and one's not? I would imagine the answer to that question is popular dating apps have just a lot of people on them with the most users. The least popular ones, I don't know because they're not popular. I've never heard of them. But you can literally just go into Google and just type in most popular dating apps or best dating apps, and I'm just going to give you a list. Boom. Go on all of those. All right. So I have 2 different fragrances that I use. One is, this is going to be funny. It's a very cheap one, but girls love it. And I bet you that Jeremy Fragrance, if you know who he is, would probably say this is the worst. It's a cheap cologne, but it's got a great smell. It is the Paris Hilton Gold Rush. It's like $20. And then there's a more expensive one that I have, which is the, what's it called? Sauvage Dior, which is also really good. That one's more like $100. But I got that as a gift, actually, from a good friend. Dill Mill is a South Asian dating app. I never heard of it. Tripp, if she won't hang out with me, Tripp, if she won't hang out with me after 1 week, should I go away? You better believe it. Go away. Go away. What do I do if a girl invites me over to her place? Go. Go. Yes, I can see your question. Good question. Just want to know, when I ask a girl and she replies and doesn't ask back, is she not interested or just lack social skills? Hard to say. The answer to that question, to know if a girl's interested, don't worry about how she's responding to you. Just know that if she's willing to either get on the phone with you or willing to meet up, she's interested. That's what tells you. Just finished the latest podcast with the single guy Tripp. Really great eye-opening info. Yeah, that was a good one. I put that out just recently on the How to Talk to Girls podcast. I wore Sauvage Dior when I was 16. They just brought that back out. Too funny. It's a little too sweet for... Really? I don't think Sauvage Dior is sweet. I mean, maybe comparatively to other ones. It's... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not an expert here on that, so I wouldn't know how to describe it. If you smelled the Paris Hilton one, that's sweet. That is sweet. Eternity Aqua. Sounds familiar. You're welcome, Aaron. You don't need an exciting date idea. Uh-oh, look who's back. Look who's back. Are you...
Yeah, my wife.
Okay. So here's the deal. I was saying this to everyone earlier. One thing you might want to try is getting on a site like OkCupid or Match or Plenty of Fish and start messaging women instead of doing the swiping. Okay.
But the thing is, I've tried that, but you have to pay for them, and I'm not ready to pay for them.
They're free.
They're ripples. No, they're not. Plenty of Fish is a rip-off. Trust me.
No, they're free.
Okay. Another thing I want to ask you is, like, can I show you my profile? Is there a way to switch the camera on this?
I don't think so.
Yeah? Hold on.
If you're doing it from your phone, I'm not going to be able to see your phone.
Hold on. Like, can you see that?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a good picture. So I'm curious, what are you trying to prove here? Are you trying to prove something?
Yeah.
Are you trying to do you think your profile is good? Because if online dating isn't working for you, then you shouldn't, just don't do it. Give up.
I'm
you
getting
have two options. You have two options. Keep doing what I'm telling you here to do, or just give up and wait till you can meet women in person.
I don't know, because obviously it's like I have an issue, social anxiety, so I find it hard to date people in real life. So I don't know how to go about that as well.
What, approach women?
All of it. So
that's its own process.
I haven't had much experience with women. I've only had one girlfriend in the past, and that was 4 years ago. So obviously, struggling, man.
Yeah. Well, you're starting on a good foot here with online dating, and when things open back up again, it's time to get you out there in person and doing some approaches and meeting women that way. Okay, bud?
Okay, then cheers, man. Bless, yeah. Stay safe from Corona, and don't get the Corona.
You too, man. Thanks for calling, dude.
All of the viewers, stay safe from Corona. Bye-bye.
Bye. Lovely. All right. We got to wrap up. We're over time. Didn't even realize. Damn, that flew by. Guys, thank you so much for being here on another Tripp Advice office hours every Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Good to have you here. Appreciate all your questions. Appreciate all the super chats. Don't forget, if you want coaching with me, just go to coachedbytripp.com. I'll put a link in the description when this comes back up. So yeah, coachedbytripp.com. Fill out an application today, and you and I can work together in person. I can help you with your dating profile and help you with messaging and help you get more matches and more dates. Otherwise, you know what to do. First date idea. Ryan, just get a drink, man. Get some coffee. That's all you need to do. It doesn't have to be exciting. It's about you connecting with her. It's not about the date being exciting. It's about you being exciting. All right. Cheers. Take care. Thanks, guys.